Let's do the maths. Okay. All right. And that's with an S if you're in Canada, or if you're in the UK, math is with an S. All right. Here we go, folks. Here is the payment. It should be right around $1,126.58 for the principal and interest payment. All right. Your very first payments are here. All right. Miss Helene, you've got $597.41 going to principal, $529.17 going to interest. How long have you been in this loan so far?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay. So far, if you're just making the minimum payment, you'd be right here. Okay. About line 18 on the amortization schedule, paid it down by $10,949.10. It would cost you still $9,329.34 in interest to do that. That's a total of about $20,000 paid out. Okay. To get your loan paid down by $10,949.10. So here's what I want to show you. Okay. Paying your mortgage, following the rules, paying monthly, especially if is it sort of like an offset mortgage where you're putting your money into a savings account, and then that money in the savings account is offset against your mortgage? Is that the kind of system you're on?
Correct.
Okay. So folks, that's called an offset mortgage. And what you're doing there is your mortgage balance can change with the balance of your savings account. So if you have $10,000 in your savings account, then your mortgage principal is reduced by $10,000, and then you get a lower interest cost because of the money you have in savings, correct?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, but that's how they do it. It's called an offset mortgage. It's very popular in Canada. It's also popular in Australia and the UK. All right.
Okay.
All right. So now what it's saying is also they're going to give you interest on keeping the money in the bank. And that's what he's saying. If you do that, you're going to make this kind of money. So let's just take $10,000, for instance. Okay.
Yep.
In your situation, if you were to prepay this loan by $10,000, okay, right around here, you would save yourself about $8,000 in interest and knock off about 16 or 17 payments that you never have to make.
I paid the 10,000 actually. I did that.
You put that on principal?
I put it on the mortgage.
Right. And so that's what they're talking about, is why do that when you can have an opportunity like this? Folks, here's what we're talking about. Unless you know how much interest you're saving, it's going to be impossible to determine what your course of action should be. It will always be a guess.
Exactly.
Why would you ever want to put yourself in a position to always be guessing when there's a mathematical formula out there plugged into a computer that will tell you, oh, just like your Waze app, plug in your destination and it'll tell you exactly what to do and when to do it to save time and to save money. So we're going to take the guesswork out of this for you, Helene, plug it into the opportunity cost calculator, and then you won't have to sacrifice your lifestyle. Your lifestyle money is going to go into the program first. Any monies that are left over after lifestyle spending and paying all the minimums on your debt and paying all your other bills, we're going to take a look at how much money is left over. And then we're going to show you how to optimize the amount of money left over, telling you how long to save it, when to apply it to the debt, what month to do it in, what day of the month to do it on, so that we can optimize the amount of interest you're saving per dollar. So by using a process that's known as critical point analysis states what is the least amount of effort you can put into something that will yield the greatest benefit. And that's what we'll do for you. What's the least amount of money you can put towards your loan to gain the most amount of interest saved per dollar? And we're going to tell you that to the penny. Now, Canada got rid of their pennies, so I'm going to say to the loony. How about that, Helene? To the loony.
Sounds great.
Do you have any other questions for us?
No, it was mainly to see if it was, do I save more by putting it towards the mortgage, or should I keep the 15,000 in the investment at 6%?
All right, here's what we're really going to do, Helene. And here's what's most important to your question to everybody in the audience. It's not either or. We're going to help you to find out what is the right amount of money to keep towards your investment and the right amount of money that we're going to use for interest cancellation. If we
Okay.
do all on one, you're going to lose on the other side.
Okay.
You want to say, oh, what's the most amount of money I can save over here? What's the most money I can earn over here? Because what we're also going to do is not violate the law of diminished return. If you put too much money somewhere, then your benefits start to go down when you violate the law of diminished return. And for folks that kind of want to get a bit better picture of this, somebody left me in charge of doing the laundry, Helene. Somebody, I'm not going to say who, but somebody left me in charge of doing the laundry. And the directions say, put a 1/4 cup of laundry detergent in the washing machine. But these clothes were really dirty, Helene. So I figured a 1/4 cup gets them clean. 3 cups of detergent should get them really clean. Why are you laughing at me?
It's good.
You don't want to embarrass me. Go ahead. Listen, folks, do you see what we're talking about? More doesn't mean better in all situations. So there's a point at which more is too much in all situations, even when it comes to your money. So if you have a program that does all the math that says this is when more becomes too much, then you're going to be better off figuring out how to manage your debt. That's what we're talking about here, Helene. What does that sound like to you?
Well said.
So
I agree. Oh, it's already coming.
thank you so very much for coming to the stage and dealing with P.I.L.L Method International. And I listen, right now we're working in a total of 9 countries around the world, and we're adding more as we speak. Thank you so much for coming to the stage and bringing your question.
And thank you so much for your knowledge.
Listen, my knowledge comes as a result of it's a gift from God. There's no reason for me to know what I know about this. I have what's called Asperger's, which is, and in some circles, it's called ASD, or autism spectrum disorder. And when I look at an amortization schedule, I see the patterns. They jump off it's like a big puzzle to me. And it says, why do it this way? We could do it that way and save a lot of money in interest. And so it's because of my Asperger's, I can see this, not because I'm a math genius or, I sat down to try to figure this thing out. I did not. It is a total gift, and I'm just sharing it with you.
Thank you, Don. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You and your team are wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.